Since my last upload, things have gone completely crazy. I'm going to try to explain it to you. Essentially, Katie filed a motion in the court to accuse Saltz, as we call him, Tati's lawyer, of harassing her and accusing her of crimes. The issue is, he didn't do that. And after I went and looked at Saltzy's Twitter again, I think that Katie has made a monumental mistake. So let's start there, and then I'll tell you what happened on social media since my last video, and then update you on a few more things. So she filed this as the introduction. Katie seeks the court's assistance with what they believe to be urgent. Plaintiff's counsel Saltz is making public accusations to a large audience on social media that KJP is engaging in the federal crime of hacking into his Twitter and Gmail. They followed that with separate tweets of what he calls evidence and discussing with his Twitter followers in public. Oh, the wrong button there. It goes on to say this. He is prosecuting a trumped-up criminal charge against Katie in front of an audience, and he's gone so far as suggesting undersigned counsel is involved in a felonious scheme. He sent emails this morning that he'll work with federal authorities and be pressing charges and demanding an explanation of her involvement. He included additional very dramatic but entirely false accusations. This is the most important part. She says that he accused her of a crime publicly, and because of that, this needs to happen from the court. The court needs to give immediate assistance to put a halt and constrain or restrain counsel's behavior. The conduct is unacceptable. Katie requests an urgent scheduling with the judge with a briefing. Listen, she says that if Saltzy goes somewhere public like Twitter or YouTube and accuses KJP of committing a crime, then it's so severe, it's so bad, it's so criminal that the court must get involved and restrain him from doing so. Now, a lot of people on social media are talking about this and talking about how hypocritical and crazy it is for her to do this. Well, yeah, but is anybody not realizing, did anybody miss the biggest point? If it's wrong for Saltzy to do this, isn't KJP admitting that Tati should have sued her? Let me make sure you're understanding me, because it's hard to get this out. Katie said that her claiming Tati and James Westbrook committed crimes, pulled the plug on the husband, fraud, remember that, bad business dealings. Katie said her saying this about James and Tati was commentary, but now she's filing to the court and saying that Michael Saltzy is committing this heinous thing by doing something that doesn't even compare to KJP. If the court does read what Katie's saying here, they're going to think, well, what did you do to Tati and James then? It makes me think Saltzy laid this trap in a way. Makes me think Saltzy thought to himself, I'm going to put this out and let's see if she does something crazy with it. And she did. But first you got to see what Saltzy said, because he didn't even say what they're saying that he said. This is the craziest thing to me. Oh man, it's so bad. I've looked all through Saltzy's account. This is the worst thing that he said, but there's a thread, so here you go. Well, what do we have here? There appears to have been several hacking attempts today on my Google and Twitter accounts, and possibly others. It's not the first time. And whoever it was used a familiar email address in their efforts. So let me ask you now, leave it in the comments. Did Saltzy accuse her in this tweet? Because I don't think he did. Now that you've kind of absorbed everything that's happened, let me update you with a couple other things.
I'm deliberately doing what I'm doing, and it's not a tantrum. And if you really cared about someone's mental health, you wouldn't show up on their Instagram and be like, she's having a meltdown, she's having a tantrum. How about no?
It's coming up.
People are going to talk about me, I'll talk back. That's what this platform is, right? My YouTube's not getting shut down. I'm not going to lose everything. I'm not losing anything. Just go away. And all of you haters are just making me more popular.
This is the thing I want you to hear. It's so bad.
I don't care if they want to hate. They're just being ridiculous.
You cannot sit there and tell them, you're making me money, keep going. You're making me views, keep going.
They've gotten to this place where they act like they own me, and you guys don't own me. I'm not intimidated by you. I don't care.
You do. You care too much. It's why you constantly respond.
Nothing bothers me about any of you. Like, if you want me to think that I'm intimidated by you, I'm not. I don't bend to bullies. You know what?
You do. Every time you retweet the stuff they do. But when you take what they say and do and put it on your Twitter or YouTube, that's exactly what you're doing.
Happens when I'm silent. I'll tell you what happens when I'm silent. You guys all think that it's cute and I'm just going to take it. But you know what? Exposing bullies is actually better.
I'm being sent just more and more examples of all this insanity as I speak. Okay, you've seen that clip now. We need to jump over to this clip. This is just last night, because on top of everything else, she now wants to sue Emily D. Baker for harassment and defamation. And that's why is her lawyer not stepping in and stopping her? If she wants to go in front of a judge and make an argument that the things that she said and did were not harassment or defamation about Tati and James Westbrook, how is she going to say that Emily Baker? That means you have to admit that what you did to James and Tati equates to it. Let's do some fast forward. Biddly bing, biddly bing, biddly bing. Fast forward. Shaboink. Okay. This is Backwoods Barbie without a crystal ball threatens to sue Emily Baker. She's got receipts. She's got a video.
Now going off on Emily Baker.
And I have no clue whether Backwoods Barbie has attacked me or hates me. I don't care. I don't care about that drama. I'm just happy she uploaded this clip. So we're going to, get the clip from her.
She's also an attorney.
She cracks me up too. So
Lord, we fix to just dive on into this. Strap in, y'all.
I love her accent.
Mistakes that we make are highlighted. Mistakes that they make are diminished or reduced.
Thing that's going on, like the other side isn't even speaking.
The other side isn't the one that's being accused of doing this.
Literally the only one running off at the trap. Girl.
I love
Jesus. Oh, sweet baby Jesus.
See, she makes it fun. She makes it positive. I like her attitude.
Spend hours and hours and hours picking apart things that my attorney does wrong, and then completely glosses over behavior that's happening on the other side that's completely unethical or immoral or harassment.
And where are they harassing you?
I've looked too, Barbie. I've looked everywhere. Can't find it. I can't find anything Emily Baker has even slightly done wrong. She just gives her opinion. She just reacts. And then Saltzy, nothing. Barely anything.
Like, show me. Show me where Michael Saltz or Emily Baker has harassed you. I've seen a lot that you've said. Like, you're watching them. Girl.
I'm about to show you that, by the way. I'm about to show you that.
And it's, it's not okay. And if you want to be a part of that team, it's like you're also amplifying yourself and putting yourself in the middle of a legal case. And do you really want to be in a legal case? Emily needs to wake the fuck up. And if Emily continues to be a part of this harassment,
oh God,
I don't understand that
it's crazy.
She doesn't realize that she could end up in a countersuit.
Oh, how? What did she do? People are allowed to get up and give an opinion, for God's sake.
Who's going to sue Emily? And I think she's well aware of what the laws are. She's not the one being sued for defamation, Catherine, you are.
And that's Backwoods Barbie's opinion. I would watch more of it, but I don't want to steal her video. So there it is, right there. Just fair use reaction. Now, I want to show you the other things that are going on. Let's jump forward in time. Biddly boop, biddly boop, biddly boop. Busy, remember to put like an effect in on this, will you? Biddly boop, biddly boop, biddly boop, biddly boop. So with the things going on lately, of course, KJP's made statements like she doesn't or never uses sock accounts. Though people quickly shared this. I've been in this group under a different identity. I'm coming out. I'm a YouTuber. Some of you legitimately hate me or hate who you think I am. My channel is WAOCB. I'm sharing a ton of stuff tonight. Just so you know, I have a YouTube channel. Some of you don't like me. I've been in this group under another identity, and you know what that means. If she's been in the group under a different identity, it's pretty obvious that that is her admitting to what? A sock account.
I just say, I have your back. You're not going to get harassed. And if you do, you just send me a DM and you tell me, and I'll put them on blast.
Put them on blast? You're actively challenging them again.
They're not going to mess with you. We'll take care.
So let's just pretend you put them on blast. Why are they going to care? Who cares if a bunch of other people are blasting at them? They would care maybe if you turned them in for something, but they'd have to do something wrong for them to care there. This is the root of your problem. It's why this all is happening.
Of it, and they're not welcome here anymore.
Well, they've never been welcome there, so this is just useless.
And I'm sure the people will record this and be like, see, she's instructing people to do things. No.
You are. You literally just did. You can't have your cake and eat it too.
I'm saying you're not going to be bullied by these people anymore, and you shouldn't be bullied because you support me.
That's not what you said. Now you're kind of like specifying. It's not what you originally said. Let me check and make sure I've got everything else, because I'm missing a bunch of stuff already, but it's 30-minute recording and I got to edit it down, so let's see. And I think we're going to end out today's video. I don't know, but we'll see with this. Email communications go both ways. Trust me, it's like I'm being watched. So are you. We know everything. And I now know that as time goes on, it's going to get worse and worse until it hits a crisis point. It really can't get much worse than this. Now I understand why there are so many people out there fighting. Because they've got her saying things like, go out and do this, fight for me and go, and we'll put them on blast. And even if you were going to handle it in the best way possible, that won't help anything. Created two sides fighting. In fact, looking at the way she's handling politics and other things on her front page of Twitter, you could tell she's constantly looking for a fight. And she's now mad because any response is harassment and bullying. And that's why this is just a circle and a cycle that will never stop. I'm going to attempt to see if there's anything else so we can go. All right, and at the end of the video, I heard a little more of Drama and Opinions video, Barbie's video, and looked at a few more things on Twitter. Essentially, everybody seems to agree. The allegations in the last filing, which was Katie saying that Saltz is harassing, defaming, and accusing her of crimes, they are not met by a single piece of evidence. But on the other side, the things that Saltz used as source material to tell them what was going on does not equate to an accusation, which makes you wonder, why is her lawyer filing that? On top of that, we then have the clips that I've shown you that do explain why things have ramped up and gotten to the crisis point when it comes to these types of threats and things that are going on. When you've got a big creator that people are idolizing or following, and they're leading them into a fight with other people, it's going to get worse and worse and worse and worse as time goes on, and that's truly where I think is all coming from. And the last thing is, I do think that Saltz just won his case again. So when they go and look at what he said on Twitter and compare that to what KJP said about James Westbrook and Tati Westbrook, they are going to say, well, by our defendant's own admission, she believes that this must be, her own actions must be bullying and harassing and defamation if Saltz. So in the end, I want to know what you think.